Welcome back to another JDMke episode. In this episode, we are diving into the exhaust. This is a complicated thing.
Yeah.
So the plan we have is to take our supplies that we have and we want to make the downpipe and tack it together to the point that I could take it to someone to weld it then, like to finish weld it. Is that a term people use?
Yeah.
Whatever, it's like finished carpentry, but welding.
Right.
So we've got the table saw set up from Stefan, who so graciously lent us this. He's got the swag table. Sick.
Yeah, it's a cool setup.
It is a really cool setup. The name is horrendous, but it is a cool setup. And has a lot of versatility. He's got it on this cool little old school cart from somewhere along the line.
Yeah, who knows?
But it's cool, it locks. And we're gonna get to cutting. We're gonna measure once, cut twice. We're just gonna kind of hack up all the stuff we have and see what we end up with in the end.
Yep.
The main goal for this is to get the downpipe in place, and then we're mated up to our mid pipe. From that point, then we can get into adding in those wastegates and the recirced wastegates.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we want a functional bolt together exhaust system. We wanted to have something to start with instead of just going from scratch.
And Sam's idea was a good idea to have. I bought SS Auto Chrome Turbo XS. It's the brand. Cheap kind of Chinese stuff. But I bought it to just see where I was going to hack up whatever I was getting anyway.
And we wanted to start with something that is at least close.
So the starting point is going to be that 3 to 4 inch adapter that I bought off eBay. That's stainless steel as well. And that will be the 3 inch coming out of the back of the turbo, the exhaust housing. And that'll ramp us up to 4. And then our downpipe is 4 inches and does not bolt in the way it is. So that'll be the next part that we're going to get to work on. So we're going to get to cutting and we'll show you how that goes.
Okay.
So we've got it marked. We know that there has to be a jog to the left. If you're looking right at the car, there has to be a jog. So we're going to try and cut this at an angle here and see where we get, because it needs to be shorter to bring it up closer to the turbo with the adapter that we have, that 3 to 4 inch adapter. So it needs to be closer to the turbo, and it needs to also be angled to the left if you're looking straight at the car.
Away from the exhaust manifold.
Yeah, away from the exhaust manifold to clear that rear runner, which hits like right here. So we're going to try and do 2 things with 1 cut. And we're going to give it a shot. We're going to see what happens.
Yeah. Maybe it works, maybe it don't.
Maybe it doesn't, but we'll try. We're exactly where we left off. With the one exception being that, this is still kind of cool that we have, we need a crazy angle, like way more of an angle. How to ruin a downpipe. That's nothing has helped. We've cut the wrong way.
It's the wrong way.
Okay, well that's ruined.
You did say we were going to measure once and cut twice, didn't you?
And damn did I do it. I made everyone a promise here that I would mess up this cheap Chinese downpipe. And I did.
Okay, so we kind of had to reevaluate the exhaust situation. And we have to make sure that the mid-pipe is in the right spot so that we can then attach the lower half of the downpipe to that and make sure that that's all in the right place. And then all we have to do basically is figure out turbo to that lower part of the downpipe, and that's like the main fab part. But that involves modifying the mid-pipe because the mid-pipe has a V-band outlet, and the rest of the exhaust has a 2-bolt flange, and that 2-bolt flange is also 3-inch. So we're going from 4-inch to 3-inch. So initially we had this piece in there, which is a really nice piece.
Made by Powerhouse Racing.
It's all stainless. It's like cast stainless.
I think that's cast stainless. It's nice.
It's a super nice heavy duty piece. But the problem with this was the downpipe was too far forward. That adapter spaced the downpipe forward too much, and so we had to trim that down to get the mid pipe in the right spot. So what we decided to do, we're going to be cutting it anyway. We decided to, instead of using that flange, re-welding on a V-band and then using an adapter and multiple fasteners and all that stuff, we just decided what we would do is we would weld on a transition and a 2-bolt flange right to it. In order to make this fit properly when we put it all back together, I wanted to make a jig. This is a little bit smaller than I would have liked, but I think this is actually pretty nice.
Again, thanks to our channel sponsor, Joel, for providing the wood, which he gave me.
Nice, thanks, Joel. I didn't know this was a Joel-sponsored jig, but okay, cool. I like
always. It's always Joel. Okay, so that's how that was fit in there, right? Mm-hmm. But in terms of, okay, should I just trim that edge? Should I just get the flap disc and bring it down, or should we make another cut across?
I would make another cut.
Okay.
Well, we made, we were gentle with this one. We made multiple small cuts on our way up to where we needed to be as opposed to last time.
And first we cut the flange so that it would sit flush.
And it's not perfect, but it's pretty nice. It's pretty close there. This is going very well so far. I'm very happy with this.
Things are going in an agreeable fashion today. Yeah,
this is ready to tack up and test fit.
And that's no rod.
No rod.
Wow.
That's a tack.
That looks good. Here we are with our jig that's made up, and we've got the flange in there, and this is pretty sweet. Look at that. Thing fits up really nicely. Now, we were talking, we need to figure out the orientation of this flange, which matters a lot because from that end over there that bolts up, that adjusts where this comes out based on how that's clocked. So we got to make sure this is centered in a good spot. We are continuing on with fabrication today. So we'll show you what we have made up of the exhaust and show you what we need to do. So what we have on this end over here is this is going to be a 2-bolt flange to the exhaust that I have. We'll have to weld on a 2-bolt flange to, and we have an adapter from 4 down to 3. 4 inches to 3 inches. This side, this is where the flex joint's going to be. So then from the front of that will be this, and then we'll have to orient that front part, this flange, the correct way to come through the subframe. And
yeah, this kind of curls up at the firewall, and then the downpipe attaches to that.
So we're going to figure out, first what we're going to do here today is tack this together so that this flex joint is one with the rest of the pipe that we have here. Then we're going to figure out the orientation of this. Step 1, we're going to get this tacked onto there so that we can start figuring out angles of everything else.
Yeah.
Because once this is in place, then we can mess with the downpipe, which will be a whole different hurdle. There's a connection of metal.
Nice little tack.
All right, so now that this is tacked, that flexible section is able to be tacked on. We already checked the biggest issue up front and putting it even further up front was that the floor, there's not clearance to the floor. With this being 4 inches, it's huge. I mean, so it's just not, there's not clearance for that. So that's why we put it back here where there still is some room. Now we're gonna go to this end here and we're gonna tack, we're gonna mark where we want the flange, the 2-bolt flange to go. And then we're gonna get that tacked on, and then we can bolt this section on to figure out the orientation of that. That sounds like a good plan.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Cool. And here's our, welding shop setup. 50 amp outlet with an extension coming out of it to to the welder.
Welder on the floor.
Welder on the floor.
The tank is screwed into the studs of the wall so that it doesn't fall over.
with an aluminum piece from like a window.
It's like some flashing from the side of a house or something.
Here it is. Don't.
Professional weld shop here.
Yeah. This is a professional fabrication shop. We have our fab table here, which it's got some chalk from my children, which I think helps.
Yeah.
There's markings on there, which give us some reference marks.
When we got our mid pipe jig.
Yep.
So if anybody needs a mid pipe for a Supra made out of 4-inch, like, dude, we got you right here.
You're done.
This is just assembly line this thing.
All right. So after a full day of fabbing, cutting, welding, all that, we have a mid pipe. Mm-hmm. The mid pipe comes up
kind of right where the firewall meets the floor, right on that edge.
Yeah, so it comes up right there. There's good access to the V-band, which we previously did not have good access to. And now we also have the beginning of our downpipe. This is a huge step. I talked with Uncle Johnny. He has somebody who welds some stuff up, Cody. Mm-hmm. And I'm hoping he can do the finish welding on this, if that's a term that people use. I don't know.
I'm happy with how all the welding went, even though they were just tacks, but just some of it was on the car and underneath it, and that's tricky. But everything worked out good. It's nice and solid. Okay, so now that the downpipe has been tacked together, I'm gonna head to a new location at Uncle Johnny's house and meet up with Cody, who is gonna be the one who's gonna weld all this stuff together because he's wonderful and is willing to help us. So now that all the welding is done, huge shout out to John and Cody for meeting up with me and doing all that. That gets our mid pipe in place. And now from here, we'll be able to continue on with the down pipe and connecting that now that we have located the bottom end of the down pipe and we know it clears the firewall and all of that, we'll be able to get that up to the turbo. I'll pop a picture up here to show you kind of where we're at right now. We're gonna plan to cut it back and then use a couple different, I think a couple like 45s or 90s to get it to where it needs to be. But I'm pretty optimistic now with meeting Cody and John helping out, Sam tacking everything and helping cut with me. I'm feeling pretty good. And I feel like we could do this. I was kind of freaking out about it for a while and thinking, I don't know how this is ever gonna get done, but now I think we got a team of people that can do it, and that's awesome. So thanks for watching, and I'll keep updating you as we finish this fab part. Sorry it's been a while in the updates, but I will keep you informed, and trust me, we're gonna keep making videos. This thing's gonna run. I wanna enjoy it. But thanks for watching, and thanks for everybody who helped in this video. Sam, Cody, Johnny, you guys are awesome, and thanks for helping me. See you on the next one.